Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is Colonel Tom Sullivan, candidate for New York State Assembly. Colonel, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I want to talk about the migrant crisis here in New York. Migrants at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn were relocated to James Madison High School on Tuesday night due to severe weather. So that meant on Wednesday, students at that high school had to transition to remote learning. Now, your response really made the rounds on social media, so I would love to get your reaction. When you heard about this situation, what did you make of it?
Very frustrated. I say this, I present it like this. This problem was both predictable and preventable. And we have neither right now with the prevention side. And we started really getting activated probably late April, early May, and getting out to Floyd Bennett Field. And our first approach was really a common sense approach that this facility, Floyd Bennett Field, this location, is not suitable for anybody to be living at any duration at any time. It's in a flood zone area. It's an old airport. It does not drain well from just a regular rainfall. It's exposed to the elements such as the wind on the west side of Kennedy Airport, and that's the predictable part. The frustrating piece is that this is a national park, right? This is governed by the National Park Service. They're very strict on handing out licenses for fishing and kayaking, and it's used as a recreational area for athletic high schools, grammar schools, for football, soccer, hockey, etc. And just it just goes to show that they have no other solutions. There is no good solution for this situation. And it doesn't matter. I've always been concerned with this issue when it's been happening in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. And people in the neighborhood, just common sense people sometimes would say, why are you so passionate? Why do you seem to get so frustrated? Because one day it will be in our backyard. And I do not want to be that person to say, well, now I'm going to get involved. I've been trying to get involved, thus running for office for a couple of years now. And yeah, it's just not a good situation here in South Brooklyn, South Queens.
I did talk to a council member yesterday, and she said it starts at the border. And I want to get to that component later. But before I do, I want to talk about the predictable part that you said, that Floyd Bennett Field simply isn't sustainable. You knew this in the spring. I talked to a Democrat assembly member in August, and she said Floyd Bennett Field is a flood zone. If it rains just a little bit, you're stepping in it, and there's a decent amount of water. So if it's not safe, if they had to move migrants from it because it simply was not safe due to winds, due to severe inclement weather, what is the immediate solution here? Because right now, Floyd Bennett Field doesn't seem like a sustainable, a solution.
Right, and it's only getting worse. There are more coming in every day, and I hear estimates. This is crazy. In my professional business, in financial business, or in the military when I was still in there, I could never give an estimate from 400 to 1,000 a day, right? That just would not fly. So that shows that they have no idea how many or who are coming into our neighborhoods. And this goes back a year and a half ago when Mayor Eric Adams decided to pick a fight with the governor of Texas and invite people to New York. Now, when a elected official with the authority of the mayor of New York City goes on national TV and decides to have that fight with the governor of Texas, you just set policy, and that's going across the world. And that's why you see this influx of migrants just building and building day by day, week by week. It irks me, and I learned this a long time ago, and it frustrates me to hear the Vice President of the United States, who was delegated the authority, not the responsibility. The The responsibility always lies with the President of the United States, Joe Biden, on the border. So she goes out and she's talking about what's the catchphrase she used? The root causes. Okay. I learned in high school, developed it in college, certainly learned it in the military. The root causes: drought, famine, war, poor economic situations, political persecution. Okay, there's your root causes. But I'm going to submit one more to academia here, and that's policy. So when the President of the United States or the mayor of New York City declares himself a sanctuary city, you just set a new, informal, not voted on, doesn't go through the assembly or the legislature, you just set a new policy.